I've been working in industry for over 35 years, and I have to be honest, I felt as though I was getting a little bit bored, a little bit unchallenged. I had considered for a good while becoming self-employed, but it is a big step to make that jump. And I was a little bit daunted that, giving up the comfort of a full-time job and a guaranteed salary to strike out on my own. I did want to do it. I felt as though, so I did a bit of research and I discovered AIMS. That was actually recommended by a colleague of mine, actually. Having done a bit of research, I was encouraged by what I've read about AIMS. They'd been going for a considerable length of time, seem to have a good reputation, seem to be a proven model. And I liked the idea of the franchise model in that I felt it would help me to grow my business a little bit quicker than striking out on my own. I knew it was going to be challenging financially, giving up a job, and I thought they would offer me the guidance, support, and hopefully a more rapid growth of my business from scratch than I would otherwise achieve on my own. And that was really why I decided to set up my own practice with the backing of AIMS. In terms of the tasks that I do on a daily basis with regard to my own practice, I would say there are primarily two tasks that I do without fail every day. First and foremost, it's important, as I've got now an established client base, that I prioritise the tasks I do to make sure I meet deadlines that are falling due, meet with clients' demands and requests. So I have a client task list schedule that I review and make sure, therefore, that I prioritise tasks accordingly. The other daily task I do is, as you can imagine, there is a considerable number of emails coming into my inbox on a daily basis, and I make sure that that inbox is controlled in terms of numbers. I try to make sure that at any point in time there is less than 20 emails in my inbox. Otherwise, I think without doubt you run the risk of forgetting emails, and that can be disappointing from a client perspective. That is the two main tasks I do. Perhaps the other task from my own personal perspective is I do review my own bank account to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on the own cash flow of my business, because as with any other business, cash flow is vital to keep a business running. So I make sure I review that and make sure I'm keeping on top of how my bank balance is sitting. Well, I've been set up on my own and have been with AIMS for almost 2 years now. I have to say I'm very happy with how my business has grown during that 2 years. And I'm very happy also with all the guidance and professional support that AIMS have provided during that period. There has been some challenges, especially early on, getting started and finding clients. AIMS provided me with a lot of marketing support, and as I touched on earlier, I think undoubtedly that has helped me to grow my business and helped me get over the financial challenges early on. As problems have occurred, they have been a great help in terms of professional guidance, and I'm very happy also with how the franchise model has worked. I had concerns. Have I done the right thing? I could have considered setting up my own. I decided to go down the franchise model, and I have to say 2 years in, I have no hesitations in recommending to engage with AIMS. I have no regrets, and I would recommend for any potential person considering associating themselves with AIMS that they do so. Well, I think I would have been nervous about leaving full-time employment, giving up the security of a salary, and perhaps I wouldn't have made that leap. So I think that because of the support that I thought I would receive from AIMS, they helped me to make that decision. I might have made the decision regardless and gone on my own. Had I done so, I don't think I would be in as good a position as I am now, 2 years in. I think I probably would have struggled financially. I think I made the better decision, and I think I'm in a much better position than I would have been had I not gone with AIMS 2 years ago. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to give up full-time employment is I wanted a more challenging role. I've certainly got that. My work schedules are much more varied. No days like one another, so I find that very interesting. I have a much better work-life balance. It's been challenging early on, as you'd expect by starting any other business. Hopefully I'll get a little bit more of a balance as time goes on, but I can already see that happening. It offers much more flexibility than a straight 9 till 5 role, which I really love. So I love the challenging aspect of the role. I enjoy being my own boss. I find it much more rewarding, much more challenging, much more enjoyable. And, I have no regrets about becoming self-employed.